What is going on, guys? Happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone had a fantastic day today. We are going to be looking at some pairs tonight, and we actually have some news in 28 minutes, which is exciting. Adele, thanks for being here as always. But we have some news tonight, which will be exciting. We have red folder news, CPI month over month and year over year for the AUD pairs. Australian dollar pairs, which is why you have the most volume right now on AUD NZD. AUD NZD has the most volume right now. Normally it's Euro JPY. It is not today. But it is AUD NZD. Again, AUD news, 6:56 a.m. That's pretty late for you, man. But we have news in a couple minutes here, so we'll take a look at these AUD pairs. GBP AUD, AUD NZD, all these pairs have news in 30 minutes, or a little less, actually 27 minutes. We're looking at them on the 15 right now. We're going to mark out some highs and lows of the session, and then take a look and see what we can get into here today. That looks like a nice head and shoulders pattern there. Hopefully everybody had a great day. Again, we have news soon. Red folder news tonight, which is solid, which means we're going to get volume. And as we always say, volume equals volatility. So we're going to take a look here and see what we get. Not too much volume right now. I think once we hit that 7:30 mark, we're going to have a ton of volume. That's what I think is going to happen at least. But red folder news is always fun. Again, we don't trade before the red folder news. Any red folder news, we are not in it beforehand. So we'll see what happens here. Looking over some charts here. Start with gold. Gold's back up top. Gold's back up high, guys. As it always is. As it's been all year. We've got a pretty strong resistance here on AUD NZD. So we're going to definitely take a look at this one. I really liked a couple of these charts here that I was looking at. We're kind of ranging. I'm a golf professional. That's what I do for a living. I'm a PGA member. Professional Golfers Association. And this. But thanks for asking, Elizabeth. Looking at these charts. Break and retest there. GBP AUD. Break and retest. We're not going to touch this setup, though. I don't like that setup. CHF JPY and a pretty strong downtrend here. Not really sure what it's doing though, just based off this chart. That would be your break of structure right there, but it's coming back up. Gonna hold off there. NZD USD is so far the top chart of the night, and I've been looking at this for about the past 30 minutes, and I'll tell you why. You've got a head and shoulders pattern forming here. At least I think it is. Shoulder, head, shoulder, and we've got a ribbon flip. I think we could go down to here. If we measured that out, looking at like 32 to 42 pips. I like this trade a lot. This is probably my favorite trade of the night. However, like I said, we do have AUD news coming in here pretty shortly. So we're not going to get in any trades until after the AUD news comes in. We're going to see how market reacts, how price reacts to the AUD news. I really do like this NZD USD trade, though. This is going to be our top trade for a sell right now tonight. I don't like anything going on with Euro JPY. Same with AUD JPY. Euro AUD's in free fall. If we take a look at this on the 1 hour, it's kind of just in free fall, and it's in between a support and a resistance. So I'm not going to touch that one either. We're going to just unflag all these ones that we're not going to look at. AUD JPY is above zone and just consolidating right there. Not going to touch Euro JPY. GBP AUD we can hold off and look at. But again, I like this trade right here a lot. This NZD USD sell. It's on a confirmed downtrend. It has lower lows. So here's your previous high, here's your previous high, here's your previous high. Previous low, previous low, previous low. They're all lower than each other. So this is in a downtrend, guys. That is for sure in a downtrend. I'd like to break this fair value gap right here before we got into anything. But again, we're not getting into anything until after the red folder news at 7:30 for AUD, Australian dollar. Let's look at a couple other pairs here. Like I said, AUD JPY is just reaching. It's at a high for, oh boy, a long time. Last time it was there, it was July of 24. So we're not going to touch that. Again, we have news for that tonight. So that's not something that we're going to touch or look at, to be honest with you, because it's in uncharted territories. We don't really have any indication of what could go on here, especially with the news coming. But we can put a new resistance right there, because that's certainly valid, at least for the past 7 hours. 7 hours of resistance there. It looks like it might have reached the top. Euro AUD, again, we talked about that, just kind of in range. GBP NZD, we had it reject a pretty strong support here. This support's going back from 6 days, almost 7 days of support with a rejection. That looks like it could be a decent trade. Ideally, we want to break the previous highs to take anything. Previous highs are right there. But we could get in a trade with 2 there for 40 pips, actually. It's pretty solid looking, to be honest with you. I'm going to move that trade up as a buy. GBP NZD and NZD USD are our top 2 charts right now. That's what I'm looking at. That's what looks the best to me based on our price action strategy. The strategy that we trade is very, very simple. Very, very simple. Support and resistance. Support and resistance and break of structure. That's all we trade. That's all we trade. GBP CAD's at a high. USD CHF is, let's see here. Kind of a weird chart. Kind of a weird chart. But you see how I'm putting these support and resistance zones, just these key levels that we really want to put at, just so we know what we're working with. Because like looking at a naked chart to some people is hard. To me, looking at a chart with at least some sort of structure to it is a lot easier to trade on. That's how I look at it. NZD CAD. Copy this. Let's go make another zone down here for it. And then this zone might not be valid anymore. No, it's not. So we're going to move this one up here. We'll get rid of these lines. This was from a previous trade. As you guys know or may not know, I mark out my TPs with green lines. I think it makes it a lot easier when you're looking at trades. I think it makes it a ton easier. So that's super important. That's how I look at it. That's how I mark them up. All these yellow areas are just zones. Key zones, key levels that we've had either consolidation at or support or rejection. CAD JPY, GBP CHF. I mean, we're just drawing out zones really just to figure out what kind of trade we're going to get in. These don't have enough volume. Ooh. Ooh, GBP USD. So, what we see on GBP USD right here is kind of wild. Looks like it could be a pretty strong sell. So we had an EMA ribbon flip at a key zone. You have a strong resistance here. This resistance has been for 11 hours. But it also hasn't broke this support. Strong fair value gap in the way here. We could look to take sells on this. Ideally, we'd want to break the lows. So, like, we'd want to break this. NLM, what's going on, man? How are you? Good to see you back. Appreciate you joining again. We would look to take sells if this was able to break the previous lows. And move it up to the top here. It's a very nice looking chart. Euro USD. Again, need to break previous lows here. If we break previous lows, you can look to see not many pips. 7 pips. Probably going to stay away from that trade. And the rest of these really have no volume. So going back up, NZD USD so far is our number one. And like, if you're just joining me, I look at all the charts with high volume and then decipher which one has the best price action. It's not complicated. I try not to overcomplicate things. I try to make it as simple as possible. Try to make everything as simple as possible. There's 2 ways to look at this chart. And, you know, this is where it becomes tough to decipher if you're a new trader. Kind of an uptrend. A little bit of consolidation, but kind of, yeah. It looks like a break of structure right there. But this bullish candle here is really kind of indicating that it might want to go for more. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Taylor. I didn't get to eat dinner, guys, so I'm going to be eating on stream today. The only thing that scares me about this trade is the ribbon. Like, it definitely rejected. So we have a clear support and a clear resistance, right? It rejected and created a fair value gap. So we should see this move toward the upside. That's what I'm thinking. But inversely, we don't want to take a GBP pair that looks like a sell on this one and looks like a buy on this one. Because that don't make no sense. You know what I mean? There's 2 ways to look at this NZD USD trade. Head and shoulders pattern, where the shoulder's kind of out right here. It's kind of really right there. So that's one way you can look at this NZD USD trade, right? Now the other way you can look at it is that it's actually in an uptrend, and this is just retracement. Because they do have higher highs and higher lows. So here's your low, Here's your low. Here's your high. Here's your high. They're above each other, right? But conversely, you also have it going this way. Lower high, lower high, lower low, lower low. So when you're looking at this chart, we need to see something happen before we even touch this one. We'd need to see some sort of break of structure or a big move that takes out a fair value gap or comes up and rejects either a resistance zone, something like that, because otherwise I'm not 100% comfortable with it now that we're looking at it. And you do have it consolidating a little bit here at this fair value gap. You have an IFVG and an FVG. Sorry, I'm eating my chicken nuggets, guys. I didn't get to eat before the stream today, so. Yeah, NZD USD does form a lot of head and shoulder pairs. You're not wrong there. Man, TikTok banned me again. That's wild. I don't understand that. Oh well. But anyway, going back to these, I just got the little circle ones for Publix. Nah, TikTok hates trading. But I see people trading on TikTok all the time. Doesn't make any sense to me. We got, what, 13 minutes until we're going to get a new candle here, and we're going to get news. We're going to watch the AUD pairs. AUD NZD, AUD JPY, Euro AUD. I don't want to touch AUD CAD or AUD USD. But NZD, USD, AUD JPY, Euro AUD, AUD NZ. Where's my GBP AUD? There it is. That trade that we took live yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, Euro JPY trade, it's going to end up playing out. I'm telling you, it's going to end up playing out. But I'm not touching it. It's going to end up playing out. It went, our stop loss area was right here, right? That was our stop loss area, and look exactly what it did. Yeah. Look at it though. It went up, and it would take everybody out right here. Right there would have taken everyone out of the trade on a break and retest. It would have taken everyone out on the trade. Liquidity. But it's always got the most volume. You know what I mean? I'm interested to see what NZD USD does, and I'm interested to see what GBP NZD does, because I would like to get in a buy on that. Personally. I like buys on this. If we can hold this FVG, I do like buys on this. And you got room, too. But you kind of had like a mini break of structure. We got news in 8 minutes, guys. 8 minutes. I don't know why my, that's weird. Oh, my broker just logged me out. Never seen it do that before. Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. I think so as well. Say incorrect username. That's weird. I got hacked. No, I'm just kidding. But we got 7 minutes, guys. Let's see. So, again, we're really looking at these three. I'm really interested to see what the news is going to do for these AUD pairs. Because typically they spike and then retrace. Alright, so we got this password changed. Alright, we're in. Never had to do that before. Alright, guys, 4 minutes till news. 4 minutes till the Australian dollar news. If you're just joining, guys, welcome. Welcome, guys. I appreciate you guys joining. Make sure you like and subscribe to the stream. I stream 5 days a week. Come join us. Let's have some fun. Let's make some money together. We got a lot of weird price action tonight. And I'm wondering if we're going to get some major reaction from the news. He did. Trump did speak at 2 p.m. today. There's a 15-minute on some of these. Yes, sir. In my free Discord, guys, we have a news bot that lets you know when red folders are, yellow folders, orange folders. So you never have to go to forexfactory.com. You just click the news tab. It's actually really cool. Two minutes. Till AUD news. It's forecasted to be good for month over month, but it's not forecasted to be good for year over year. So it might just do nothing. But AUD NZD and AUD JPY have the biggest amount of volume right now. And we won't be getting in a trade once the news drops. We're going to wait it out and see how the market reacts. I don't know, because year over year is suggesting that it's going to be... Year over year is suggesting it's going to be bad. Month over month is suggesting it's going to be good. So we'll see. It's going to be a toss-up here on what actually happens. 5 seconds. Whoa. 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 Who just saw that? And that's why you don't trade news, guys. That's why you don't trade news. If you would have gotten a sell right there, immediate liquidation. Immediate liquidation. And it's still pending. It hasn't even come out yet. That's wild. It's still pending. It's bad. It's bad for AUD. There's going to be a sell-off. Yep. Look at that. And I'm going to explain very clearly why I don't trade the news. Because if you stay in this trade too long, it is going to come back down and stop you out. It was bad month over month and year over year. And trimmed mean CPI month over month. Overall, terrible for the Australian dollar. However, building approvals was up. That is why you don't trade news. Like, there's no telling what it's going to do from here. It's too unstable. Our trades had some nice movement, though. Yep. Broke them all. I like sells on this on the 15-minute. But the 4-hour looks like a buy. Well, we got a news candle, and see what I mean? Like, yeah, you may have been able to catch yourself 9 or 10 pips, but look at this retracement. There's no sense in risking that much of your account to have no idea which way it's going to go. They're kind of dumping. Not really, though. This one dumped and came right back up. AUDJPY dumped and came back up to almost where the candle was at originally before the news. Yeah. Terrible. Terrible. Unless you're in and out in 10 seconds. That trade doesn't work for anyone. This is why I preach you don't trade news. GJ might rock it. Yep. Everyone would have been liquidated. Everyone would have been liquidated off that. They hit it and they just sold again and they put their stop loss right up here. It already smacked that. So I don't trade it, guys. Just not worth it. Oops. And it affects other pairs too. Like, I'm not even sure what to do with some of these other pairs. We might have zero price action tonight. Look at this. Nothingness. Who's got volume right now? Nothing I'm touching, I can tell you that. We need to see GJ break either. Here, I'll give you something to look at here. GJ's got a break there. It could W pattern on us. GJ could W pattern on us. Right here. We could see that on GJ. Obviously, that hour candle is pretty daunting. But it's totally possible. Not a lot of really decisive price action tonight. Let's fix this chart. USD JPY. Here's what I do like about this chart. There's your support and resistance. Support here, resistance here. Yeah, volume's going up everywhere. Volume is going up everywhere. Look at that. What a horrible candle to trade right there. Gosh, that is just an awful candle to trade. Look at those. Tell you what. USD JPY looks like it could be priming for a sell here. USD JPY could be a pretty big sell. Yeah. I don't like the technicals on that. I'm going to be very picky about my trades tonight. Anytime there's news, I'm extremely picky about my trades. Just a heads up. Very picky about them. It's a hell of a candle on USD JPY though. Wow. Look at that just drive down. Yeah, it's got a fair value gap. It's got to blow through there though. I'm interested to see where this hour candle closes. Because if this closes here, this breaks previous lows. If this candle closes here, this is breaking previous lows. This is the start of a downtrend. Previous high, previous high. That's a start of a downtrend. So, I want to see how this hour closes. Just go by volume. Literally almost no movement. After that spike, just market correction. Ah, man. Tell you what. I know you don't want to hear it, Adele. I know you don't want to hear it. Euro JPY. It's a sell. We got out early yesterday with a small loss because of this retracement back up. It's still a break and retest. It's a break and retest, and it's fallen. Look at this. It's falling. And the amount that it should fall because it rejected this zone. And again, a zone is not just a line. It's not just a line, guys. This zone is from here to here. This is your zone. Anywhere in between here is a rejection. So this was actually a rejection right here. This was a break, came up, retest. It's just a classic break and retest, but it went higher up into the zone than we wanted it to. Right there. Way higher up into the zone than I would expect. All right, let's get our charts back up here. USD, JPY, NZD, GBP, NZD. I think that's all we were looking at. Yep. And GBP, AUD, but we're not going to touch that. Look at that wick. Holy market correction. Gotta be honest with you guys, I don't like the way any of these charts look other than USD JPY and Euro JPY. That's the only ones I like. Yeah, we would. We would. If we held that sell that we entered right here, I believe we entered it right here. No, we entered it right here at this candle. Right. We entered it right here. No. I don't remember where we entered it, actually. I think it was here. No, because we would have went right into profit. Oh, it was off this. I remember this candle right here. Yeah, I remember this candle. Yeah, so it was right here. It went a little bit and then went all the way back up. No, I have it too. I know. I remember this candle. I remember this candle thinking we're good. We're solid. We're good. This candle right here. I remember it. I remember that candle. We got 15 minutes until we get an hour candle. Even the 15 looks good for a sell on USD JPY right now. I think we're going to see this. I think we're going to see this zone tonight. For 40 pips. Truly, I do. But the technicals say otherwise. Actually, 15 and the 30 are strong sells. The hour is retracing off of this FVG right here, but the 15 minute, if we get a full candle closure under this IFVG, we could take sells for 40 pips. I'm just nervous what that new hour candle is going to do to us. Adele can send it to you, Mr. Twalk. I don't know why it's not working. It should be. That's only 10 pips. I have to break these lows. Trajecting off those lows. NZD USD. I guess we need to really move the zone. Yeah. So NZD USD, ribbon flip, 15-minute FEG, 20 pips. On the hour, looks bullish. If we get a bullish close on NZD USD. What's up, man? Narutux? What's going on? Thanks for joining. Nah, this isn't gold. This would be gold. I have no idea what gold is doing. Look at gold. There's just no way to tell. Is it going to reject this fair value gap? Is it going to use this fair value gap as a support? Is it going to reach the highs that it was at up here? No idea. I hate the price action on gold. I hate it. I don't like the price action on gold at all. You know what I mean? So the 4-hour, the 15-minute, and the 1-hour all look good for buys on NZD USD. Let's see what the technicals say. Buy, 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 buy. We might buy NZD USD. Yeah, Euro JPY is going to sell, man. I'm telling you, you and I are going to be talking about this 2 days from now and be like, hey, there it went. There it went. It rejected it for too long. It stayed in the zone and didn't break these. I mean, your entire zone. Your entire zone is right here. It just went too high up into it for our liking. And the technicals are all sells. All the technicals are sells. Where was session open here? What do we got? 9 minutes till we get a new hour candle? What's up, Smith? Smitty with a bag. What's up? Smith, I'm eating Publix chicken nuggets, dude. Spicy and regular. Just absolutely fantastic. I think this is going to sell, Adele. No, it's just water. Just water, but only drink Crown when I'm with you. Yeah, you want some nugs, man? Here you go. I'm telling you right now, there's not one chart that I'm like, oh, I like this trade. The only one that looks good where the technicals match up and we have bullish movement and we're on an uptrend and the 4-hour looks good is NZD USD. And that's because I love that this fair value gap has been respected for 1, 2, 3, 4. It might have went far into it, but it respected it for why didn't it give me a time? For a while. I don't know. We'll see here. We got a new hour candle in 7 minutes, so. I just don't like that we haven't broke the highs yet. Like, this is consolidation that's lasted for 8 hours. 8 hours of consolidation right here. You know what I mean? I think the play might be buys on NZD USD, though, to be honest with you guys. No way is this stream going to do that. Hopefully this stream fixes itself. Come on, stream, fix yourself. No, my internet's insane. I'm running at 400 megabytes per second. There we go. It fixed itself. Woo! I was about to be really upset for a second there. Alright, we're good. We're good. We're good. I was like, I'm running 400 megabytes per second. How is that possible? Anyone else running 400 megabytes per second? I didn't think so. USD JPY is being weird too. NZD JPY, same thing. Just consolidation at 2 fair value gaps. And GBP/NZD, which we thought could possibly be a buy, is now retracing. Look at that wick on those AUD pairs. Let this be a lesson to everybody watching. Don't trade news. I don't. For that reason. Look at that. That's terrible. How are you going to predict that? You can't. That's gambling. That news candle is BS. It was bad for AUD, right? The AUD pairs, it was bad. The news was not hawkish. It was not hawkish. It was bad. So we got 15 seconds of dump off, and then you're telling me it goes right back? How does that make any sense? That's why I don't trade news. If it's bad for the currency, the currency should drop. But it didn't. It didn't. Blows my mind. We got 2 minutes until we get a new candle here, too. And USD JPY looked like it was going to be a sell. Now, tell you what, guys. I'm not liking any of these charts. 1 hour flipped green over here. Yeah, I agree 100%, man. That's why we don't touch it. There's just like, even on the 15 here, like if we look at the 15-minute, it just keeps hitting that zone. Oh, I was on the 10. All right, we got a new hour candle, guys. We got a new hour candle. Adele's favorite, Euro JPY, nothing. NZD USD. Ranging. Just ranging, guys. Ranging. No break to the upside, no break to the downside. USD JPY closed bearish, which is great and all, but you had equal wick sizes. With a body right in the center. Nothing about that trade screams take me. At all. Like nothing. Even that trade doesn't look good because the low was still higher than the previous low. GBP AUD is going to retrace that. I bet you these pairs retrace this huge wick. I don't trade news though. I bet you these pairs retrace this wick. Is GJ going to move toward the downside on us? GJ looks good. Tell you what, GJ looks decent. For a sell. But that fair value gap is in the way. This is what scares me. This consolidation right here just does not meet our criteria to take a trade. I guess today's going to be going over why we aren't taking a trade yet. Because this, not good. Hasn't broken this in a long time. NZD USD again. Range. USD JPY. Oh. Oh. Might have finally found something. Let's look at the 4. Oh, that's a massive wick on the 4 hour. Oh, that's a big wick. That's a big wick on the 4 hour. Only chart that has a chance of taking a trade tonight is sells on USD JPY. That's just facts. They're not actually real glasses. They're just blue light glasses. I don't actually wear glasses. So, all of our charts, we've marked out our highs and our lows, and we need to see a break. As I'm not seeing it anywhere. Yeah, because I get a headache when I stare at a screen for too long. You know what I mean? Oh. Nope. I'm looking, guys. I really am. Trust me, I'm looking, and I'm just not seeing anything that meets our criteria to trade. And hopefully those of you that have been watching me for a while now understand why we're not taking any trades right now. Range, 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 more range, more range. Everything's ranging. Everything's ranging. There's like just no movement. Even the USD JPY trade that we thought looked good. Yeah, exactly. The price action is terrible right now. Terrible. And I'm not one to force a trade, guys. If there's no trade, I will walk away, no problem. And I will sleep very well, knowing that I didn't take a trade because there ain't much there. We got to break toward the upside or the downside of one of these. Even Euro USD looks like a buy now. And the technicals on it are a sell or neutral. And if we were to have it go to the... You're looking at 6 pips. Nah, not worth it. Nope. Look at Euro JPY. Went back up. Euro AUD going to fill the gap. GBP AUD going to fill the gap. AUD NZD going to fill the wick also. They're just all in range, guys. There's no good price action. And if someone tells you otherwise, I'd love for them to explain to me where they see good price action here. If someone watching this has a chart that they think there's good price action, send it to me. I will look at it live for us. That's not a bad looking chart. If it breaks these highs. But it's got to break those highs. Yeah, something's got to happen. I'm reaching in the bag, too, to look at some of these other ones and ranging. But the good news is, there is one good news about all this. What I'm going to do is put alerts on these and wait for a break and retest, and then we'll get in a trade. It's not going to be till way later, though. If we don't see anything going into this 8:30, I'm just not going to trade tonight. Because these charts are terrible. And if you're just joining me and you're just watching for the first time, thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I'm going to explain to you why, but there is absolutely no indication of whether any of these charts are going to go down or if they're going to go up. There's no indication here. USD JPY. Right here, again, no indication. Up, down. All I see is sideways. GJ, range. The only thing that DJ's saving grace is that there's a W right here. Like, might see this, but that's just a might. You know what I mean? And if we did, it'd be for 23 pips. Not worth guessing on a might happen. But it does look good for a buy. But it's ranging. You're guessing if it's going to go up or down. NZD USD. Ranging. No wave up, no wave down. There's nothing more to it. Look at this. I mean, you've got 17 hours of ranging. And these might not even fill these wicks. They might come right back down. And Euro JPY completely reversed. You know what we should do? We should just take buys on Euro JPY. Right there. GBP JPY, same thing, right there. Euro JPY is bullish. GBP JPY is bullish. They're both bullish. They rejected for so long. Euro JPY rejected for so long. This was a liquidity sweep right here. This thing's going up. We thought it was going down. It's going up. It's probably going to go, if I'm being honest, I think this is going to here. 32 pips that way. It's getting bought up off this zone. I'm going to get rid of this zone right here. It's getting bought up off this zone. That break of structure right here, though, would lead us to believe that this is going to continue down. However, that's just not the case right now. I mean, maybe we can try and scalp on the 15, but I'm not forcing anything. Ooh, that does look good, though. That looks terrible. That looks terrible. That looks terrible. That looks terrible. Could be a sell. Nah, man, none of it looks good. We got one more minute. We could scalp a trade on Euro JPY as a buy for 26 pips. We can scalp a USD JPY trade for possibly 10 pips. We could scalp a GJ trade for possibly 17 pips. Not worth the risk. Yeah, man, you got to stick to your system. It's not worth the risk. If these 15-minute candles don't break any highs, I'm done. I'm not trading tonight. Because then the 4-hour comes, and then we got to wait for retracement on the 4 and up. Like I said, you could if you wanted to, but it doesn't match our criteria. We didn't get a full candle closure above the EMA ribbon and above the fair value gap. USD JPY, same thing. It's going the other way now. The only one that looks somewhat decent right here is buys on Euro JPY. Buys on Euro JPY for 27 pips to finish off the W. You got a body closure pretty much above the ribbon, and we created a fair value gap. But you might have some issues getting past this inverse fair value gap right here. Like you did here, and here, and here. I'm not forcing a trade. I'll say it over and over again, I'm not forcing a trade. There's absolutely no reason to force a trade when we're ranging like this. It's a recipe for disaster. I'm just not seeing anything that looks good, guys. And if you're just joining me and you're wondering why I'm not in trade right now, it's because price action is ass. None of this looks good. I really truly want to take a buy here, but I just can't bring myself to do it. There's not enough confirmation on any time frame that would lead me to believe that that is a good decision. And I know some of you that have only been with me here for a little bit, I do not break my system. I've been doing this for far too long to break my system. This is why people are not profitable. They want to trade tonight. They want to trade right now. They will find a trade that they think that they can get in. It's just dumb luck at that point. Wolf Free Speech. World Free Speech. What's up, man? I don't know what DVLT means. CD Bass says hi. What's up? What's going on? Guys, we are not in a trade because price action is terrible right now. It's not good. There's not one chart that looks good to me, and we went all the way down the list. DVLT. Nice. Yeah, but the market's not open on it. And it's ranging. It gapped up and ranged all day. That guy's just trolling then. Gapped up and ranged all day. Nice. Heck yeah. Yeah, I think it was that guy. Mr. Twalk. If you're just joining, guys, welcome. We've been looking at the charts for the past hour and a half, and there is no good price action. That news really messed with these charts. It really did. Had a huge effect. Wow, gold dropped. I'll give it 10 more minutes, guys, but I don't think we're going to take anything tonight, to be honest with you. And if you're upset at that, you can be, but there's not any good structure to this market whatsoever. I hope everybody understands, if they take one thing away from this stream, is that this consolidation you do not want to trade in. We need a full candle closure here or a full candle closure here to even consider taking a trade. And that's if it's not a break and retest for us to get in down here for it to go up, or a break and retest this way for us to get in down here and go down. So, yeah, I mean, there's... They don't look good. It's NZD. We'll look at the hour charts. We'll go back to the hour here and take a look at some of these again and explain just why we're not in a trade here. I think this is pretty self-explanatory right here. Why we're not in this trade. Go down the list. Pretty self-explanatory why we're not in a trade. Yeah. Look at these hour charts. USD JPY looked like a sell last hour. We saw this wick. We saw it wick off this key zone right here. We thought it was going to keep going down red and go to... From here, we would have gotten in sells somewhere down here. And we would have thought it was going to go for 30, 40 pips downward. Now you've got an entire green candle going the other way, which supports this uptrend. Oops, I didn't mean to put that. Which supports this uptrend. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a good thing we didn't take that Euro JPY trade. Yeah, Euro JPY has not been our friend. The only thing that I'm going to keep track of, possibly, I'll put an alert here. I'm putting an alert on USD JPY to take a buy later. If it passes through this, comes up, and proves that it's going to keep going. The technicals say buy. Everything says buy. Strong buy. Buy, buy, buy. I need to see it break a zone, though. Oh, it's getting bought up. Let's see where our zones are here. So, on the 15, that's your next zone. Just not seeing it, guys. This is the only chart that looks good now. Out of all the charts, that's got a FVG in the way. At least this one doesn't. GJ looks terrible. NZD looks terrible. Oh, gosh. Huge wicks in support of this long FVG. Again, needed to break the zone. It's the only trade we're looking at. USD JPY is the only trade that has a chance tonight. We got 4 minutes until we get a new 15-minute candle. We can see what the 5 looks like, but... Oh, look at that. A big old fair value gap right there. 5 could double top. 5 could just completely double top. I really truly do. Anyone that's watching, if you see a trade that you think is good, send me the chart. Because we went through every single chart and not one of them has anything that meets our criteria of trading, which is a reversal out of support and a resistance zone, a full candle closure over a key zone, Full port short on gold. To this zone. Maybe. Not really, though. That's really more for over here. Yeah. I don't like that trade at all. We might break the highs here. We're trying. We're trying on USD JPY. We're trying really hard. Let's look at the 4-hour here. Just not seeing it. USD JPY should fill this in the next day. Nice, congratulations. Got the email invitation for the leadership program in Australia? Heck yeah, man, congratulations. That's awesome. Nice, good luck. I wish you luck with that. Good luck with that, that's awesome. That's awesome, congratulations. If you're just joining, guys, I see people hopping in and out of the stream. If you're just joining, we're not in any trades right now. Nice. Still going to trade in Australia? Good. Alright, here's our new 15. I think if anything, we're going to see a break and retest on the 15 at some point. There it is. It crossed it. Yeah, I wish they would. So we broke the we just got the alert. We broke our line there. I think we're probably going to see something like this. That's all I envision right now. Other than that, I didn't know that. Yeah. A lot of Australian brokers. Nah, US has too much regulation. Way too much regulation on US trading. Look at these ugly charts. Oh, NZD JPY. Trying to make a move. NZD JPY trying to make a move to the upside here. For 15 possible pips. We got the full candle closure above the EMA ribbon, and we got an FEG. And we are not in a confirmed uptrend, though. 2 out of the 3 confirmations to take a trade we hit. So guess what that means? No trade. And we got 2 out of the 3 confirmations. We could use the technicals as a confirmation, but then we're just reaching, guys. I don't know. I'm just kind of reaching. All right, so NZDJPY and USDJPY, both for buys. Look at the hour here. Great hour candle coming into a strong FVG. And the 4 hour is extremely bullish. Little cup and handle action. This is going to finish this W. I think NZDJPY could see 60 pips in the next day. Cup and handle is this. There's your handle. Here's your cup. The only thing it's got going for it is this W pattern. That's really it. But it is extremely bullish. I will give it that. We're in a confirmed uptrend. So how do I say this? We do have 3 confirmations here. For 13 possible pips. But what I think we're going to see is this before we see that. This would be the time to get in. This is the only one. I'll give it another 15 minutes, but this is the only trade that meets our requirements out of every trade right now. Every chart, the only one that meets our requirements, well, Euro JPY does too now, for a possible 30 pips. NZD JPY. And if we look at the hour chart on this, probably get some sort of wick. 13, 14 pips to your next zone. And this zone extends all the way out to here. This is a big zone. Very key zone here. You've got here, 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 and here now. So you got 4 spots where this zone has had some sort of interaction. You could scalp the 15. I gotta be honest with you. It's not meeting the criteria that I would trade at personally. GJ's ranging. Oh, NZD USD. So we got 2 NZD pairs that match up, that are both looking solid. 2 NZD pairs looking to move. This one just broke the range on the hour. Looking for 20 pips. 20 to 22 pips. NZD USD and NZD JPY are the only ones that have moved outside the zone. Let's look at them on the 15. Yep, they're the only ones that have moved out of the zone that we've been ranging in for the past 2 hours. And they both have good volume. USD JPY retraced, came right back down. Euro JPY is getting smaller. GJ is not doing anything. GBP NZD took a dump off, so. And this one has a fair value gap. So really the only one that's valid right now is this trade. NZD JPY. We'll wait to see what this new 15-minute candle does. We'll wait to see if this 15-minute candle gives us any sort of downturn. Same with NZD USD. Yeah, we're only going to look at these two. NZD USD and NZD JPY. We broke our zones here. We finally got out of the consolidation period. But if you look down here, it broke out of the consolidation period and went right back up. You can see it come out of the consolidation period and go right back down. That's why we need to see if this is going to be a break and retest and go. Or are we just going to get a nice wick up and a nice wick back down? We got like 5 minutes until we get a new candle here. You could take a buy on the 5 right now for 7 pips, 8 pips. You could if you wanted to. I personally am not going to. NZD USD for 14. What do you mean when it's gonna dump? Come back down? It's pushing. It's pushing, but it didn't meet our requirements until now. Yeah, you'd be 9 pips in profit off a gamble. Because this wasn't good enough to take right here. This previous candle was not good enough to take the trade. No, it's not. It's NZD USD. Whatever. Call it what you want. This is the chart I have up. Chart's a chart. NZD USD. Really? Do I have a USD NZD chart? Nope. It's a big candle. Fair value gaps right there. A 15-minute retracement. We got 15-minute retracement. This is why we didn't get in buys. If we would have gotten a buy right here, we'd be sitting negative. And USDJPY did the exact opposite of what we thought it was going to do. It's going the other way now, going back into range. GJ doing anything? No. GBP NZD? No. GBP AUD? Wow. $20-something pips. Whoa. Well, we're going to wait and see here. We got 2 minutes until we get a new 15-minute candle here. We got, yeah, 3 minutes. Sorry, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes until we see if we're going to get in a trade or not. I'd like to see some retracement to retest this zone on both these trades. Which one has the most? This one's got 15. And this one's got what? 7. But realistically, you still have a zone that's right here. That's 6.5 pips away. Look at that buy down. So this has a fair value gap here. This one does not. But this one's got 10 pips to the top, and this one's got, oops, and this one's got 20 pips to the top. What do you think, chat? What do you think? I personally don't think I like any of these trades. I'm glad we broke the previous highs. We finally broke out of ranging, which is fantastic. It's great. It's great that we broke out of ranging. I'm happy we did. But we still don't have a clear trend. Yeah, there's no reason. I agree. There's absolutely no reason to be hungry for a trade if nothing's showing up on these charts, and nothing is. We should be getting a new 15-minute candle here any second. We got closure above and we created a fair value gap. That's the only thing I like about it. Same with this one. I agree. There's absolutely no reason to get in a trade. So I want to summarize something real quick because I know we have some more people in here on the horizontal stream or vertical stream. We have been looking at charts for the past 2 hours, and there is not one chart that meets my criteria to trade. They're all within range. Every single one of them is within range and has not broke any sort of structure that we're looking for in order to take a trade. None of them. They're all ranging. I want everybody to see that. Every single chart is just ranging. So with that said, guys, that's it for me for tonight. I'm not trading tonight. There's going to be no trades. I'm actually going to put that in the Discord real quick. If you're not already in the Discord, guys, click the link. It's free. It's free. Yeah, thank God we didn't sell Euro JPY. I'm sending it out in the Discord right now. No trades tonight. All full price action. Everybody have a great night. You know, guys, there just wasn't anything good. There wasn't anything good. DA1 Beloved, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's nothing here, guys. And I'm not forcing a trade to lose money. So, everybody, you have a great night. And I hope you at least enjoyed the stream, had some fun. Make sure to turn those notifications on. I go live every single night, Sunday through Thursday, and one New York session. Mostly Asian, though. So, I appreciate you guys very much. Probably going to go watch some Harry Potter and fall asleep. So, see you guys tomorrow.